The views that are expressed on What's on Edigga's Mind are that of the show's host and does not necessarily reflect the views of BS3 TV Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Relax and take notes. Relax and take notes. Relax.
Yes, that's right. That is right. You know what time it is. You know what you're watching. And just in case you don't know, it is What's on Edigga's Mind live in the studios of what is going on with StreamYard today. The Lion's Den Media Studios, home of Charm City Direct TV and WLEO 26.7 online radio, worldwide listening, entertainment, online. That's right. You can check out WLEO 26.7 online radio on Live 365 on streamer, available on online radio box. I apologize because last week I was looking at the playback for this and I said online music box. Okay. It is available, like I said, on online radio box, live 365 and streamer. And the beauty about online radio is that, and being the CEO and executive producer, is that this show, What's on Edigga's Mind, will be live on WLEO 26.7 online radio tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you check it out. If you do not watch it, if you couldn't watch it today, it will be the audio. I keep saying audio. The audio component will be available on WLEO radio tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just make sure you download the free Live 365 app and search for WLEO 26.7 online radio, and you be good to go to hear this entire episode tomorrow on the radio side. Today, good people, today, and of course, I need to do this first and foremost before I do anything. Super shout out to my man, Mr. Ben. Thank you, sir, for always jumping in, saying what's up to me, what's up to you, good sir. And thank you so much, sir, for inviting me in with open arms to this great station, BS3 TV Network. Not sure how you get to BS3. Well, it's real simple because you know me, I like simple. I love simple. I love free and simple. It's real simple. Go to Facebook at BS3 TV Network. Go to YouTube, which we are live right now at BS3 TV Network. And if you are blessed with the Roku device, you can download the free app of BS3 TV and enjoy BS3 TV in the comforts of your own home. Yes, you can watch all the great podcasters, podcasts, live streamers, content creators over there on BS3 TV. What can I say, good people? Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that comes around every year, around about this time of the month. And you can't really see my shirt right now. Where something is on already. The hell? Okay. Uh, you can't see my shirt, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna see if I can do this. You see that? You see that, right? 365. Black History, 24/7, 365 days of the year, which means Black History is every day. That's right. Black History. Thank you. Black History is every single day. You know the phrase, you learn something new every day? Well, Black History is every day because that's what it seems like. You know, when I was in school, when I was in elementary school and February rolled around, I was excited. I was excited about Black History Month because I got to learn about Black people doing something for this country. Let me say that again for the people trying to catch up. I I wanted February to roll around quick because it was Black History Month. And because I wanted to learn, I wanted to know the contributions that Black Americans made to this country. So I'm gonna stop there and I'm gonna play this clip about how Black History Month began. So check it out.
Every February, the United States and Canada recognize Black History Month, but its founder hoped for a different future for Black history. Carter G. Woodson, the Harvard-educated historian who established Black History Month, hoped Black history would become so ingrained in American history that Black History Month would be unnecessary. But in 1926, when he began Negro History Week, the second week in February, he had two objectives: to prove to white America that blacks had played important roles in the creation of America and deserved to be treated equally as citizens, and second, to increase the visibility of Black life and history, at a time when the media was portraying the Black community negatively with anti-Black racist imagery, like Black caricatures, blackface minstrel shows, and films like the 1927 hit The Jazz Singer. In 1976, Woodson's Association for the Study of American Life and History was such the annual theme for every Black History Month, lobbied for Black History Week to become a month, and got President Gerald Ford to make the first proclamation. Every president since then, except for Donald Trump, has proclaimed the new theme annually. Congress officially recognized Black History Month in 1986. Black History Month is often controversial, with calls for Whiteness History Month or Confederate History Month, to others including some Black people saying it's outlived its usefulness or that it's antithetical to American values. But despite the official designation, there are no federal requirements for teaching Black history in school curriculums, and on an average, less than 9% of history class is spent on Black history. In some states, it's completely ignored.
So you just saw a little video about how Black history began here in this country, and it was some things that I pointed out. One, it's not a required curriculum for schools. I didn't know that. Just didn't know that. You know, learn something new every day. And every president proclaimed Black History Month except Orange Cheeto. I wonder why. Right. So, like I said before, I played the video. In elementary school, I was so excited. I was so excited. I don't know about other people or other kids, but I was so excited when Black History Month, when February rolled around and it was Black History Month, because it it allowed me to learn about my heritage, my what contributions did Black people make in this country. And uh, then later on, we was talking about the same people like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Michael Jackson, Billie Holiday. The list goes on. And I wanted to learn about I wanted to learn more about, hey, what's up, Kev? What's going on with you, bro? Shout out to Kev, man, watching. Um, I wanted to learn about other people, because every year we talking about the same people. We talking about the same Martin Luther King. Not saying, anything bad if that's bad, but I wanted to learn other people. Like, what did I'm almost certain that some more people other than the people that you hear about every day during Black History Month uh made some very significant strides here in this country through inventions, music, business, government. Somebody else did something miraculous, and we're not talking about this. We're not talking about these people. I'm kind of on the fence with thank you, thank you. I'm kind of on the fence with Black History Month. Although Carter G. Woodson introduced it, government passed it, we have a Black History Month, but I feel as though that Black history should be taught every single day. It should be taught like every single day. And even if it's not taught in schools, there should be a moment in every Black person household. Right. Also a Latino year. Yes, we need a Black History year, also a Latino year. Yes. I definitely agree, Kev. I, I strongly believe that right, we need to have it taught in schools. There needs to be a curriculum. And they said, it's not a guaranteed, not a guarantee, but it's not a necessary uh curriculum for Black history. But come on now. We got some of these schools. I know here in Baltimore, we got some of these schools named after famous Black Americans, like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King has a boulevard or a street in damn near every city. That's it. You you go to Atlanta, you go to Philly, you go to we definitely got one here in Baltimore. And I feel as though that since we can do that, we can make this a curriculum. Uh we can make this a curriculum in schools. In the South, it used to be a curriculum when I was in school in Mississippi, but they got rid of it. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. But I feel as though even if it is not taught in schools, there is no reason why it cannot be taught in homes. You know, I'm not saying that, every day at a certain time, everybody sit at the table and pull out the books. And I'm not saying that, but it's helpful to learn about your heritage. You see what I'm saying? You know, talk about a person that kids don't know about. And that was my thing growing up. When Black History Month rolled around, we hear about everybody, the same people, the same people. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. The list goes on. Like I said, we never hear about other people. We never hear about other people, other Black Americans who made significant strides. And that was my thing growing up. And then just I wouldn't say just recently, you know, eh, February, Black History Month. No, Black history needs to be ongoing. It needs to be ongoing. It needs to be every day. Something needs to uh right. Mr. Ben said, good point. Talk about the black inventors that we don't know. Right, right. Um, and have that, you know, every single day. Like when Black History Month is over, we not talking about it until next year. You see what I'm saying? And I went into, it's crazy because this hoodie that I got on, I went into a Family Dollar yesterday and I saw this hoodie. And I stood up before. I'm gonna stand up again. And it said, this is what it said. And I immediately got it. I picked it up and I said, I'm going to wear this tomorrow. Yesterday, I got it yesterday. I say, I'm going to wear this tomorrow on the show. And this is what I'm going to talk about. But right, right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Black history 24/7, 30. Yes, it needs to be talked about other than February. Like February 28th, it stopped. March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd. It needs to be ongoing, you know? And I feel as though that since they commercialize, and I'm not saying, we need to commercialize Black History Month, but we need to have a little reminder every now and then. Hey, remember, I'm gonna see how old some of y'all are. And now I live here in Baltimore, and the news that came on, the 11 o'clock news, before the news started broadcasting, there was a little short clip, and it said, um, "It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?" Remember, y'all? Some of y'all remember that? I don't know if it was just here in Baltimore, but it was a little clip that said, "It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?" And it, it should be something like that, somewhere like around, when kids get out of school or something like. And I know their brains are fried, some of them, from learning, but it should be like it's 6 o'clock. Have you studied with your child lately, or study with your child, or have you had a Black History moment with your child? Let him or her know a little bit more about who we were, who we are, and some of the things that, you know, caused is because of this person. This is why we are able to do this. Because this person invented this, this is what we're using today. You see what I'm saying? It needs to be a teaching moment, especially for Black Americans, not just Black History Month. And I struggle with that every year, every single year. And today, I say I'm gonna do this show, and I'm a definitely. Why is I'm all the way in the corner? All right, I just had to move over a little bit, but I needed to say that because a lot of people, February Black History Month, it's up there with Valentine's Day, and for me, my wife was born the 26th of this month, so it's February is for me. It's Valentine's Day, my wife's birthday, and Black History Month. Black history needs to be every day. I'm sorry, it needs to be every single day, 24/7, 365 days of the year. Um, right. This is her month, period. Right. Right. She making out like a fat rat. But yeah, I strongly, wholeheartedly believe that, you know, what is the cliche? Learning don't stop at something. I forgot how the cliche goes. Learning don't stop at somewhere. But I strongly encourage everyone, Black people, African Americans, learn a little bit more about your heritage. and not just the people that you know, like the Martin Luther Kings, the Rosa Parks, the Malcolm X's, um, the Billie Holidays, the Carter G. Woodsons, the Benjamin Bannekers, um, the Matthew A. Henson. And when I was in school in elementary school, I went to elementary school called Matthew A. Henson. I don't know if that school is still around. They probably made it into a charter school. But Matthew A. Henson was my favorite African Black American to write about, to learn about. He was the guy who went to the North Pole, or they said he discovered the North Pole. He was my all time, for some reason. Matthew A. Henson was my favorite Black American. Not saying that anybody else, but when it came down to him, uh when it came down to him, it was like, wow, going to the North Pole, like, goddamn, And so my man Kev writes, we minorities needs to pull up books again, pick up books again. We stopped reading and got into these phones and CPUs. Pick up them books, folks, and read and learn. Right, because I could just imagine that the Tuskegee Airmen. Yes. I could just imagine that, you sitting down with your kids or your child, and you just pull out your phone and say, here go Malcolm X. I agree. And I had a burgundy set of encyclopedias that my godmother gave to me. And when encyclopedias, some people looking at, well, they're like, what the hell? What the hell is an encyclopedia? Encyclopedia, people, is it was a book. It was a series of books from alphabetical order that you can go to, and they had every piece of information, almost like social media. Like now you could go to Google and just type in everything, and everything just pop up. But the encyclopedia had a series of books. It was how many was it? 12. It was either 12 or 13. Um and say, like, if you wanted to find something about airports or air wait a minute. Ooh, man. Them books had everything that was out Google yet back then. Yes, it was. Um, okay, I had a black set. Yeah, I had a burgundy set that my godmother gave to me. And if you wanted to learn anything from like aardvarks to airplanes, you found it in A. Black History Month, you found it in B. um computer, I don't think computers was around then, but cats, I'm just naming shit, you found it in C. So anything, and I'm telling you, that was our Google back then. You come home and you had a report, and you pull out whatever, letter that you were looking for, and all the information was right there, and all you had to do was just verbatim, like, write it down. You couldn't go wrong. But ever since social media came out, um, or the computers came out, the encyclopedia became obsolete. But I could just imagine, like I was saying, I could just imagine that people having these conversations with their children, and they pulling out their phones, or they're pulling out their uh laptops or computers, which is all fine and good. You see what I'm saying? I said, I'm not knocking that, but just like Kev said, we got to go back to the source now. We got to go back to um the root of it all, and pick up a book and read. And they said the best way to hide information from black people is to do what? Put it in a book, because people know that some black people just don't read. you know. But yeah, I'm with you, Kev. Pick up a book, read, and let your child or your children know about who they are, where they come from, you know. And I do need to say this before I go to break. Black history didn't start with slavery. You know, whenever you talk about Black history, everybody got to assume that Black history started with slavery. It did not. That's a whole nother conversation. Black history is the achievements and the contributions that Black America, uh, black people contributions and achievements are the contributions to this country. I'm gonna take this break. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk more about that. You're watching What's on Edigga's Mind right here on BS3 TV. Make sure you are downloading, sharing, subscribing, everything BS3 TV. Also, it is available on Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you check out this episode of What's on Edigga's Mind tomorrow on WLEO 26.7 online radio. Hey, don't go nowhere. Much more to come.
This is a BS3 network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Talk Monday.
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
That's right, good people. BS3 TV Network. Make sure you download, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like and sharing everything BS3 TV. Like I said, it's real simple how you can get to BS3 TV and watch the great content there. Go to Facebook at BS3 TV Network. Go to YouTube, which we are live right now on BS3 TV Network. And if you're blessed with the Roku device, you can download the free. Yes, I said free. Like I said, two things I love, simple and free. Go to download the free BS3 TV app and watch all the great content, And make sure you are downloading the Live 365 app. Search for WLEO 26.7 online radio to hear this episode live tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you do that. For those who are just joining in, we are talking about Black history. Black history is every single day. Every day is Black history. You know, there should not be a moment where a Black child do not know about the significant contributions that Black Americans gave to this country through inventions, through music, through architecture, through building. Benjamin Banneker was another one. He designed Washington, D.C., you know, and there should not be a moment while your child should not know about other famous Black Americans. Now, like I said, and I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, you know, every time when you say Black History Month, first person pop up, Martin Luther King. But I feel as though that, yes, but Martin Luther King, you know, civil rights activist, preacher, Montgomery bus boycott, all of that. But there is someone else that your child don't know about. And the one thing I hated when I was in school was when the teacher was handing out assignments and they said, okay, you do Martin Luther King or you do Rosa Parks or you do I I think at one time I said, I don't want to do them. I want to do somebody that I don't know about. You know, I wanna research a person because I knew that there was somebody else or other people that made significant strides in this country who helped shape this country. Well, by whatever means, inventions, music, government, inventions, whatever. They did it and we just don't talk about them. So just had a thought. Since we don't talk about them, we need more than a month. We definitely need more than a month. So I let you have your Black History Month, but the conversation still goes on after February the 28th. That's how I feel. You know, whether it's in school or out of school, whether you have private sessions with your child, um, and if you know, if you have that much compassion about it, and if you have some type of pull, whatever city or state that you live in, try to finagle a way to get the curriculum taught in your local school. You know, if like me, if I had the power, if I had the time, I would make it possible for a curriculum to be designed. If I had the time, I would definitely I would push it, you know, because I feel as though that these children do not know enough about their heritage. You know, it don't stop at the 28th of February. This thing is ongoing. I feel as though that this needs to be talked about more than just a month, 28 days. So, yeah. Hey, everybody, this is my time. I said I was going to keep this real brief. But remember, good people, Black history is every single day. Black history is not just 28 days. Black history is every day. And I encourage everyone to practice that. Teach your children, your child, the importance of the contributions that Black Americans made for this country. Hey, that is my time. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, make sure you tune in tomorrow on WLEO 26.7 online radio at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download the free Live 365 app and search for WLEO 26.7 online radio. Hey, you've been great. as always. And remember, good people, I holler at you when I smile at you. Peace.